As many of you already know, I do have a minor chicken addiction, which also includes incubating chicks out pretty much continuously. So when Chick Cozy reached out to me and asked me to review this incubator, I said absolutely, because I will never turn down a chance to, first of all, try a new incubator, because I've not been super satisfied with the ones that I've been using recently. And also, I'm not going to turn down a chance to hatch out more chicks. So this packaging is very professional. I do like the box that it is sent in addition to the way that it was packaged. It was very safe and secure. And the box overall just has a very professional aesthetic to it. It does state high hatch rate, easy to clean, large incubation space, unique water drawer, user-friendly thermometer seat, and a non-slip mat. When I opened this incubator, at the top, on the very top, there is an incubation manual. So it gives you instructions if you're not already an incubation professional, such as myself. It does give you instructions on how to operate and the proper procedures in order to get the best hatch rate out of your incubator. In addition, it also provides a development chart. So if you are candling your eggs, it gives you what you should be seeing inside of those eggs, which this was a big part of our hatching project when we did embryology and showed our students at school what the development was at each day. In addition, there are record-keeping calendars. Now, there are 5 of these, which makes me feel optimistic because I know that some of the competitors that are comparable to this do not last when it comes to longevity. So I will be sure to keep you updated on that. And as we progress through our hatches, I will continue to update you. This was the first feature that I noticed on it, the unique water drawer. It literally pulls out and it says B and A. In the instruction manual, it tells you which one to fill up at which time. One of the most inconvenient things that I found using other styles of incubators is making sure that the water is added correctly and in the correct quantities. So this makes it much easier, and you just pull it out, you can pour your water directly into it. It does have a temperature measurement statement that states that this is a plug and play incubator that is factory pre-calibrated for temperature and humidity. And then it proceeds to detail, if you do want to use a different thermometer, what style you should use. Another convenient thing is that the bottom does unplug from the top, so when it comes time to clean it, it should be a little bit easier to clean without having to worry about getting the electrical components wet. This is the style of turner in it. It does have an automatic turner. I do have an extension cord out here that I can test this with because we literally did our NPIP AI testing today, and that involves needing an extension cord to plug in the little plate that the state vet tech needs in order to test the blood. So I am going to try this out here and plug it in so that you can actually see it. These turners are very easily removed. You just pull them right out. Much easier than some of the older style styrofoam incubators where you had to kind of like jiggle it around to get it set just right. The egg adapter, which controls the turner, is already in place. There's also this nice removable mat, which should make cleaning a lot easier, again, than some of the other competitors that have nooks and crannies that are really hard to scrub and get completely clean. I am going to set these turners right back in here. Very easy. It also does have it labeled right inside here on the plastic which insert is the power and which is the turner, so when you unplug them you can easily figure out which one goes where. One big thing the instructions state is not to use this incubator outside, and although I am recording this video outside, I will be moving this into my house once we are all said and done here. It also states that it needs to be kept in a room that does not drop below 70 degrees at night or any time during the day. Also keep it out of direct sunlight. So let's plug her in. And it's on. The aesthetic of this really reminds me of like your old school Tamagotchis. I don't want to get dinged for like copyright infringement. The display is incredibly clear. It gives you a Cliff Notes version right here. And if you want to do a test turn, you push that once and it will turn the egg turner. The egg candler is the down button, and you can place your eggs here to look at them. This incubator also seems to have other ease of changing the type of eggs that you are incubating. So depending on the type of eggs, you may need a different temperature. So this is not just specifically for chicken eggs. You can also change the actual temperature of the incubator, and you can also adjust the day count. I'm going to be setting chicken eggs in here, so we are going to go with a 21-day incubation. To reset your countdown, just like, again, some of the competitors, you push and hold these two buttons, and it would reset. Obviously, it was already at 21 days. I don't know if you can tell, but this is something that I am incredibly ecstatic to be able to try and review. And you can see I also have some of the competitors here. So what I'm going to do, I have to clean these as I just had chicks hatch out of them a couple of days ago. And I am going to set 3 incubators at once. Just don't tell my husband. And I will keep you updated on what the hatch rate ends up being, as well as the progression of the incubation process. I will be utilizing these calendars, and it does state on these calendars when you should candle your eggs. Now, I don't usually remove eggs. Sometimes I will candle them. I find that the more you handle them, the less likely they are to hatch. But I will follow this calendar and keep documentation and let you all know how it goes.